Some people just stand out in a crowd. Excellent at their craft, excellent in their thinking, and you're not hard to find because you stand out. My name's Joe Crenshaw, and I'm looking for TheStandOuts. All right, hey, thanks for coming. So glad you guys are here watching again. I'm in here with my best friend in the world. We've been friends since college at Hardin-Simmons, Jon Williams. Jon, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to let him give you more of a background, but I'll just give you a high level. He's got a sales and marketing background, done a lot even with radio and voiceovers, and then also commercials as well. But just generally kind of give him an idea of your background and kind of how you got there.
Yeah, my background is comprised of, I would say, the foundation. My mom, she taught me early on, hey, try this, try that. I wanted to play the drums in elementary school, but that's when Kenny G was big. And she was like, you ain't gonna make no money, playing no drums, so you need to play a woodwind. And so I tried everything that I could possible, and I think that's what's giving me the confidence to do a lot of different things today. So between sales, marketing, she just taught me early on to try a bunch of things. And in that, I've learned some things about myself that's helped me to be able to magnify that belief in myself and, be pretty successful at a lot of different genres of life.
Yeah. So the success that I imagine when I think about Jon is really built around what makes you stand out, or what makes you set apart is just the ability to communicate. And I think that plays itself out in multiple different ways. But like every time I go somewhere with you, every time it's like 100 people are going to be like, oh, Jon. And you're going to know their name. You're going to know their whole story. You're going to remember them, whether it was a month ago or 10 years ago, the last time you saw them, and you have a genuine interest in that. So for that, one, talk to where that kind of stems from, and then two, just how that kind of has helped you in professional business.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, just to give you a brief example, there's two sides of it. Ability to recognize that everyone here that's around in my area, we're brothers, sisters. And so when you have a general concern or care for a person, that's innate inside of me. And so I remember my freshman year of high school, just something I came up with. I said, hey, let me meet 2 new people every week and let me know a little bit about something in their name. And for whatever reason, that was my goal, but because I truly cared about people. And so throughout that, I ended up being best personality in high school my senior year, but that never was the goal. And I think what transcended to my career is learning not only do I have a concern for people, but then I do have this gift to remember faces and remember people by their names. I mean, I could tell you story after story, people like you said, from a year ago to 2 days ago to 20 years, I can recognize their face. Have you ever had a dream where you'd be like, oh, I see young Joey when he's a little boy, and then you imagine what he'd look like, 30 years later, and they develop in the dreams. Well, I have those dreams all the time. And so, but it's a great ability, and so I use it in sales. I use it in a way to really try to impact people and then give them the opportunity to impact me at the same time.
Yeah, and one of the things that you just said made me think about, because with you, the ability to communicate, right? The ability to engage with people seems like, and I've observed that's just a natural overflow of your abilities. And so, sometimes communication comes more naturally to people than others. But for you, you said something a second ago that I think really can give us some value here, and that's that you put it in practice. And so maybe it being natural today is because of the practice years ago, where you're like, I'm going to try to meet 2 people, remember their names, remember their stories, and then it just became muscle memory to the point. So is that something that you think has really developed over time?
And I would encourage any of you out there that, my wife, and just to give you an example, she's not necessarily a people person. It's always good to have somebody opposite of you. And so she's helped me to recognize things about myself that, sometimes I know so many people that I could forget about another person. And so but the difference is when you are, you have a goal, when you're really trying to be able to try to figure out what those things are, to motivate yourself to meet people and do these different things, you can do it. Set yourself a goal. Be what's the word I'm looking for? Intentional. That's the word. Intentionality. And you'll find out there's a lot of results with that. And people not only intentionality, but you want to be genuine. And I think that's what's really key.
Yeah, and that's awesome. With the discipline of intentionality, the genuineness can grow from that. That. And so one other thing too, just with Jon in general, right, some other things about his background is obviously he has experience in sales and marketing in various roles, but some other things that he's been doing is he's like the face of Nebraska Furniture Mart commercials. I think he's been in like 6 or 7 now. So a lot of that, he's done radio and sports broadcasting as well. So tell us a little bit about that and kind of the passion that you have within that.
Yeah, the thing that I've learned recently is just to be a slasher. Like, you don't have to be in just one genre and one realm. I know that communication is like my superpower. And so whether it be nonverbal, the best gift that you could give someone is the ability to be able to listen. But then at the same time, recognize your gifts that people are giving back to you. And so I went into the marketing office at Nebraska Furniture Mart and I said, hey, I want to be in your commercials. I want to be the face of your company. I've been in 7 commercials since then. And, I say all that to say is that, you don't have to do this one thing. There's so many different ways that you can do it. You can do it in radio. You can do it in so many different levels. So don't just keep yourself in one lane. Explore every single lane that you have an opportunity towards.
Yeah, and to that, I love that you had something that you wanted that maybe seemed far off, right, that you just went and asked. You don't get what you don't ask for. And so just approaching them created that opportunity for you. So the last thing for us that I really want just for you is how can we, based on your goals, based on opportunities that you would like to have, how can we as the community just center around you and help you and create opportunity for you? What does that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm so grateful to Nebraska and just everyone who's encouraged me along the way, that's given me different opportunities. So I would say first, find somebody you can help. Find somebody you can impart wisdom on, and then B, at the same time, for me, I do want to continue to do commercials. I want to be the face of different products, different companies. But man, at the end of the day, I just really want to help people and encourage people. And so find those things that are innate to you, and then just spread them all out to that way we can all be better. And I thank you for allowing me to be this standout today, because you're imparting that in me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, dude, awesome. Thanks so much for coming. Thank you guys for watching. We're certainly thankful to have Jon. I'll put all his info in the comments, how you can reach out to him. But we appreciate y'all, and see you next time.